Hey guys, Todd here with Atomic Athlete. I wanted to take a few minutes and go over our upcoming hybrid cycle. So if you know anything about Atomic Athlete, you know that we stress over and over and over again that there is no random programming in this gym. You know exactly what you're going to be doing every time you come into the gym. You know your loads, you know your intensities, you know what you're getting into. That rule applies to almost all of our programming except when we drop into a hybrid cycle. This is as close to random programming as we get in this gym. So what does random programming mean for Atomic Athlete? Well, it means this. I know that every time the athlete comes into the gym for a hybrid cycle, they're going to get a strength component. In addition to that strength component, it's going to be either 10 to 20 minutes of work capacity or an endurance or athleticism event. And those will be rotated with the strength component. In addition to that, it's going to be split with core, hypertrophy, or durability, and those will be rotated so the athlete will see at least one, if not two of those each week. So that is our idea of random. You're going to do a total upper or lower body lift, you're going to breathe heavy or you're going to breathe long, you're going to hit some core, you're going to hit some durability, and you're going to hit some hypertrophy. Our big takeaway, our big rules on this is no set progressions, right? These guys have been coming off a long 18-week cycle of nothing but progressions, so now we want to give them a good break from that. The other thing is there's going to be no set loading. Everything is difficult but doable. DBD in our book, right? That means we want you to work heavy enough that you get a little bit tired, but not so heavy that you need a spotter or you hit failure. All right, what are our big takeaways or our big benefits from a hybrid cycle? First off, a break from the progressions, right? We love progressions. We know that's how we see structured benefit in our athletes. We know what they started with, they know what they finished with, we know what our improvements are. Well, the thing is, doing the same thing over and over and over again gets so specific that you get super fatigued from that, mentally and physically. So this gives you a nice mental and physical break from that. Second, you start to incorporate a variety of exercises. When we do work in our progressions, it's got to be very specific exercises to see those progressions, right? So now we can incorporate a variety of exercises. A squat can be an overhead squat, or a front squat, or a back squat, or a box squat. It doesn't matter as long as they're squatting. Or even lunging if it's a lower body lift. That's totally okay. So now we can see a little bit more variety that we didn't see earlier. Also, it scratches an itch for everybody. We call these lift heavy, breathe hard cycles. Some people hate strength, some people love strength, some people hate work capacity, some people love work capacity. These cycles, you get strength or breathing heavy every single time you come in the door. So we make everybody at least 50% happy. And lastly, familiarize yourself with old skills. So, for instance, the cycle these guys have just come in the gym, they've been off the barbell for about 6 weeks. Now we want to get them used to getting back under the barbell. We want to get them back under a squat. We want to get them back under a bench press. Get them used to just using the barbell and familiarize themselves with old skills and lifts. All right, this becomes really, really important for the athlete. So you guys coming in, things I need you to understand. First off, this is not a deload cycle. When we get into the intensity for the work capacity and endurance efforts, those have set tempos. All right, we want you to work at those tempos. This is not a time to deload, right? We want you working hard, using all those mental fitness skills to get through this. This is when we start incorporating the fitness that we've been training in different modalities. Secondly, it's not a time to set a new PR, right? You've taken a long enough break from the barbell that I don't anticipate you to get under the barbell and just knock out the old numbers that you were hitting. That being said, if you get under that barbell and you can't hit the last strength number you hit, does that mean you got any weaker? No. If you haven't been under a squat in 4 or 6 weeks, your body needs to refamiliarize with the lift. So my advice to you, my athletes working through this cycle, first off, going into an old lift, don't try to set a new PR. Don't even try to work with your old heaviest load. Go at about 90% of that number. Grease the groove. Get used to moving in that range of motion. When you get confident in that movement, then you can start adding load. Also, don't get discouraged with your numbers. We haven't done heavy sandbag get-ups in almost 8 to 10 weeks. So if I put you under a heavy sandbag get-up circuit and you've been doing sprints, guess what? You don't have the sport-specific skill to do good at sandbag get-ups. Does that mean that you've gotten worse sandbag get-ups or your work capacity has gone down? Hell no. It just means you haven't done any sandbag get-ups. It will come back. You have to have faith in that. So, as we're working through this cycle, guys, we want you to be safe. We want you to familiarize yourself with these exercises, and we want you to start working hard. This is when we start incorporating our fitness in different avenues. So, we're not doing the same thing every day. You know it's going to be a different lift. You know it's going to be a different work capacity. But that being said, you know you're going to lift heavy, and you know you're going to breathe hard. You know you're going to get that core in. You know you're going to get that durability in. You know you're going to get that hypertrophy in. All right. So this is as as random as programming gets for Atomic. That being said, we went over exactly what you're going to see for the next 4 weeks. All right, guys, enjoy the work and enjoy the cycle.